Pharmacogenetics is changing the way physicians manage and prescribe medication to their patients.
For me, it was the answer to so many questions. I finally received treatments that worked for me.
At Asperio, our mission is to discover and deliver innovative health solutions that improve the lives of our patients.
Asperio Laboratories is a state-of-the-art diagnostic laboratory providing comprehensive pharmacogenetic and toxicology testing. The foundation of trust between patients and physicians is often clouded by the uncertainty of newly prescribed medication and the potential for interactions. When coupled with medication prescribed from specialists, the cycle can become even more complex. Medication adherence, multiple medication interactions, and potential abuse all lead to more questions and greater exposure for physicians and potentially adverse medication side effects for patients. It all starts with our DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid is a very long series of molecules consisting of a sequence of 4 bases, G, A, T, and C. Each human genome has 3 billion of these bases, divided among 23 chromosomes. The chromosomes are divided into genes, which are unevenly spaced along the length of the chromosomes. These sequences, along with other factors, determine how efficiently a particular enzyme functions. The resulting effect can be to increase its activity, decrease its activity, or render it non-functional. By studying these effects, researchers often find important clinical correlations. This is referred to as pharmacogenetics, the study of how genes affect a person's response to drugs. This relatively new field combines pharmacology and genomics to develop effective, safe medication dosages specific to an individual's DNA makeup. For even the most seasoned prescriber, choosing effective treatment options, medication, and dosage often requires time-consuming and potentially harmful trial and error. Unfortunately, this variability in prescribing and outcomes are regulated by factors that are completely hidden from the physician and the patient, and is only found in the patient's genetic profile. Fortunately, we now have Asperio pharmacogenetic testing, which provides doctors and patients with a detailed genetic report based on your genetic information that will allow for personalized medication choices that will more precisely target the symptoms and thus improve outcomes. This is how it works. Your clinic orders the genetic test. A saliva sample is collected and sent to Asperio Laboratories. A comprehensive gene variation test is performed and results are prepared for your physician within 3 business days. Your physician utilizes a secure online portal to view the report that identifies genetic variations that may affect the way you metabolize certain medications. The test results, along with your physician's medical expertise, are used to make treatment decisions. Ask your doctor about utilizing genetic testing to optimize medication and dose selection for you.
I started using pharmacogenetic testing in my office because I had many patients that would be taking certain medications and would get variable responses. And so some patients would have a good result with the medication, other patients would have a completely terrible result. And so through pharmacogenetic testing, it was clear to me that they were metabolizing the drugs in a different way, and therefore I could adjust the drugs appropriately to get a better outcome and obviously reduce side effects.
I was prescribed 2 different medications that just weren't working for bladder spasms and pain control, and come to find out the medications that I was prescribed, I'm a rapid metabolizer on, which means that I was not able to process the medications correctly. So as soon as we got the medications that I was able to take, my pain is under control now, and now that I'm on the correct medications, I no longer have to take as much medication as I was taking before, and or not having to take it as often.
My doctor was trying to figure out how we could resolve my situation with migraines and then I become very nauseous. The doctor suggested that I get this test that would test and determine what medications would work best with me. And then when I got the results of the test, and he did, it was very clear that the medications that I had been receiving over the years weren't the proper ones. They weren't really working with my body system.
My doctor ordered the test when I wasn't responding as expected to the medication that was originally prescribed. The sample collection was very easy. My physician just took a swab to the inner part of my cheeks and around my gum and submitted the sample to the lab.
The collection process is very simple and very easy. It's a quick swab of the patient's mouth. The samples are sent away. 3 to 5 business days, the results come back to the office, and then we can sit down with the patient and really go over the details of how they're metabolizing their drugs. The detailed report shows me how to adjust their medications, allows the patient to understand what choices we need to make and what categories of drugs we may need to switch to get a better result for that patient. It's laid out in a way where the medications are classified in groups, and then there's categories as to which medications we should avoid or stop using altogether, and helps the doctor decide to increase or decrease the dosages of those medications to get better outcomes in the long haul.
After receiving my results from my physician, I was so impressed with how it was delivered and the information that was given to me. I actually had my entire family come in and be swabbed, from my mom to my sisters. My grandmother's been swabbed. I've got a cousin that was having issues. And because the test was so beneficial, there's been a couple of my family members who have actually had medication changes where their health is now being managed and cared for in a much better fashion than it was previously. So I would recommend it for everyone.
It's very quick turnaround time. He called me in, as a matter of fact, gave me the results this morning. So I was really very happy to hear, and quite surprised, even to see the information about a lot of issues. You know, if you have this situation, this is the kind of medication you should take. It's really fascinating.
I was really excited to review the results with my physician. The report was really easy to read, and he helped me to explain why the medication wasn't working at the current dosage. It was so exciting and enlightening to me that I was being treated specific to my needs and my specific genetic makeup on an individual basis.
Asperio pharmacogenetic testing is a test that's supremely valuable because it goes beyond my office. For the future, for this patient, for any other medical conditions or issues that arise in their lifetime, they have this report that helps guide therapy in whatever setting medically that they exist.
I would recommend this test to anyone because it provides beneficial information.
Doing a pharmacogenetic test, I assumed that it would be very expensive, but I was glad to find out that it was covered by insurance. I would absolutely recommend this testing be done by everyone. It was a great benefit to me and my treatment, and the testing results are that I can take with me for the rest of my life.
I choose Asperio labs for pharmacogenetic testing because they test more genotypes, the reports are easier to read, and the results are turned around faster over a web portal.
Asperio is a leader in research and pharmacogenetic testing. Our labs leverage over 30 years of industry experience combined with cutting-edge technology to deliver personalized and accurate testing with the industry's highest standards. We have secure, web-based test reporting software. We provide an individualized, HIPAA-compliant, web-based test reporting system that allows physicians a 24/7 access to their test results. As a team, we work to uncover and deliver targeted health insights to improve patient care. Each clinic has access to individualized customer service programs with a single point of contact for everything from sales and marketing to laboratory technical services. Our commitment to creating long-term relationships with clinics and patients help cultivate the value of our partnership.
Most insurances and Medicare cover pharmacogenetic testing for qualified patients. Ask your physician about utilizing pharmacogenetic testing to receive your personalized report. Asperio, uncovering the unknown.